Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Is everybody joined in?
Many of them are joining.
Okay, I think people are joining in, and that's fine. Let them join. In the meantime, we can get started. So, last class, the teams who were not able to present, I think we'll start with that. So maybe, we can go one by one. So Vaishali Computers, I think, is the first one. Fair enough. So, yeah, go ahead. Let's start this. And tell me, what is the presentation, you are going to talk about, so that, we can all understand as well. Vaishali Computers.
So, now we are going to present regarding the air pollution monitoring system.
Okay.
Is it audible, sir?
All right. Fine.
Are you able to see the screen, the presentation?
No, not yet. You have to share.
Give me a second, sir.
Yeah.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ.
So,
Yeah, I can see the screen now. Oh, it's gone again.
let's start.
Yeah, I can see.
Good evening, sir. Myself, Chandra from Vaishali Computers.
Yep.
Me and my friends working on IoT-based air pollution monitoring system.
Hmm.
The introduction of IoT-based monitoring system. In this project, we will monitor the air quality over a website using the internet, and we will get an alarm on when the air quality goes down behind the certain level. The sufficient amount of the output gases in atmosphere, like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, ammonia, alcohol, and benzene. These are harmful to the human being, and it will the air quality monitoring system. It will show air quality in ppm on the LCD and as well as on web page, so that we can monitor it very easily to understand the air quality in atmosphere. Why this project? Data collected from the air quality monitoring system. What are the impact on the impact caused by the air pollution by the impact on the public health? Next, data collected from air quality monitoring system. It is helpful to identify the what are the polluted area and what level of pollution and air level. What are the quality of level? Next, the operational benefits. The IoT monitoring system it helps to the It is improved ambience through real-time monitoring of the surroundings.
Yeah.
And IoT with the environment ensure a better approach towards improving the environmental conditions, like as effective air monitoring, toxic gas detection, temperature and humidity measurement, and human health. Next
Right.
topic by the Abhijit.
Hi sir, I'm Abhijit from Vaishali Concept.
Yes, Abhijit.
Coming from the technical concepts, like so we are mainly into the air pollution, the one monitoring system. So it is useful towards us because we have more chemical industries and the mining industries where we are, and the iron ore industries which produces the mainly the more air polluted systems.
Yeah.
So we have concentrated on that. So the one toxic gases that it releases more here. So we just try to get better here on that. So when it comes to the technical concepts, so we have used the Arduino UNO, the board, where using that we have used the Wi-Fi model that is a SP8266, which have the internet connectivity, and we have one web server, which is like ThinkSpeak, where it is a one server which takes the data. I mean, when the exact level gets increased, that is the polluted air, it gives alarm and take the data from there, what exactly the values it is getting, and reflect into the ThinkSpeak to the server, hotspots and the Wi-Fi model.
Yeah.
And the data will be given to the exact same to the user who are the companies who are all using. So it is a one advantage what they have is they whenever it is increased, they get the alert so that at least they can reduce the exact the pollution, whatever the pollution it is getting out.
Right.
And it is the one model what we are using for the air pollution monitoring system. That is the one, the gadget we are referring from the engineering gadget. So it is the one we are using the Arduino UNO, where we are using the connectivity of the LCD display, which gives the exact the points and the level what exactly is, the pollution is getting. And the sensors that we are using is the PM sensors, ozone lenses, and less PM sensors, where these are different lenses. That is the PM 2.5 and the PM 10. It's called like the exact measures that helps us in measuring of the sensors. And mainly in the PV sensors, it is the one which damage the main nervous systems, which results to the IQ loss and the negative impacts to the children and the community. So that is the one we thought to have the major link.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
And everything it helps.
Yep.
More of the sensors we are using for the nitrogen dioxide and the carbon dioxide. These are all the sensors what we have in that. Only the one sensor it helps in all this detecting the toxics and everything. When it comes to the beneficial, where all we can use this in the industry, what all the industries we can use is like in the chemical industries, mining industries, commercial farming, and automotive industries, and the formatting. I mean the chemical and everything in the medical also. So the flowchart what we are using is the one where the first one, the temperature and the humidity, the sensor, the pH level, that is the one sensor what we are using. It senses the and go on due to the model through the Wi-Fi, that is ESP8266. Then it smart connect device, the audio, and gives you the ThinkSpeak, that is the one IoT what we are using, I mean the server, and then it reflects back with the alarm and go with the air quality sensor and checks with them, gives the output so that the companies go on reflect as per the result. And this is the one board that we have referred, and the complete hardware that we are using is the temperature and humidity sensor, and the DC fans, 244 translator, and the LCD, and the node MCU, and potentiometer which gives us the exact value that we refer, and the one software that we are using is the ThinkSpeak website, which helps us for the server in the mediating. And we can one thing we had in the sampling size, we are going with the random sampling like the nearby survey, Like what we have done is what exactly they are getting affected and what the position what they are getting and the betterment they are seeking for. So on that base, we have taken some surveys and we'll just go on apply for that.
Sure.
This is the one survey what we got on the sources of air pollution, like
Yeah. Yeah.
yes and everything. The percentages what we have for the present.
Right. Right.
So and the timeline schedule that we have taken for the synopsis 3 days, and for the data collection we have taken for the 10 days. So
Yeah.
the next work that we go on for the data processing and the presentation and with
Sure.
the outcomes with the board.
Sure. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir.
Thank you. I will share my feedback, but before I share my feedback, I wanted to check with the rest of the group if there is any questions for Vaishali Computers. Before that, after that, I'll share my feedback. Anybody, any questions for Vaishali Computers on this presentation? Okay. If there are no questions, I would share my feedback. So firstly, I would like to really say thanks and congratulate you on a very good, nice presentation, because I think the narrative was flowing very well. You obviously did a lot of work in terms of not only talking about what the project is all about, what is the the impact area, what are the benefits, right? You even kind of mentioned what will be the business benefits in which industry benefits, right? I think that was a very good slide to talk about, saying that these are the industries that is going to get benefited. So which means you thought through your efforts there. Then you talked about the outcomes, and you also talked about the methods that you used, and of course the flow chart, that's a visual representation, statistics. It also shows what kind of components are there in the air pollutant. Like for example, dust and construction is probably the highest amongst the all, right? So you actually went about doing this, and which is good, because that is what is required to have a project plan, and hence how would you kind of approach this. So I would be keen in the future to also talk with you and also understand how you have progressed on this. Any point in time we talk in the future, because this is interesting for sure, right? The one feedback I have is and this is just to think about. No immediate action is required, but think about it, right? Now, this project, what you have chosen, is a great project, and it is very relevant. Okay, but this is nothing new. There are others also who would be thinking about air pollution, or how they would want to control this, and a lot of things similar to you. There will be a lot of people in the country who might be wanting to make some sort of an impact here, correct? So how would you differentiate your work with the rest? What is your unique selling proposition? What is your USP? I think that if you're able to bring this in this project, I think that will be great, right? Otherwise, perhaps there could be questions. Okay, fine, this is great, but how are you different? What are you doing differently from maybe some other teams who are doing something like this? And India is a large country anyway, right? There are a lot of such people who will be doing this, right? So think about it as a group. What is the uniqueness about your project, which probably is different than similar projects or similar initiatives that is there in the country right now, or maybe some initiatives are happening, right? That could add more value to this, is what I'm trying to say.
Sure, sir. We'll just go on and discuss with the group and completely get the what exactly can more add in this.
Yeah. So think about it, because this requires a little bit of thinking as well. You cannot do it in 24 hours. You have to research, you have to understand what is currently happening in the industry, what are the similarities and what difference you're going to bring in. Correct. So I think that is something which will require some time, but this is a very good start. I just wanted to leave you with this feedback to think.
Sure, sir. Yeah. Thank you for that, sir.
Yeah.
And we have a second group that they are ready for presentation.
Yeah, sure. Yep. So we talked about solar tracking last time, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what we have spoken last time, it's fine. Today I want to listen to the teams who have not gotten a chance to speak last time.
I mean,
So actually, today we wanted to show how it was actually in the last session you asked about that, no sir. So
okay,
we
sure.
wanted to
Then quickly talk about it, because let's give the others a chance as well. Yeah.
So, firstly, I'll little brief about the project, sir.
Hmm.
This is a project represents a simple, low-cost IoT solution to
Hmm.
major control on smart dual-axis solar tracking system
Right.
for the performance evaluation.
Yeah.
It is a dual-axis solar tracker that can rotate automatically to track the sun's position
Hmm.
using the LDR sensors
Hmm.
and servo motors. And now come to how it works. First, as soon as the system starts, then the sensors will detect the direction of sun's direction,
Hmm.
and then it will send the signals to the servo motors
Yeah.
through the Arduino. Then the servo motors will rotate it towards the sun's direction.
Yeah.
It will grasp the sunlight,
Hmm.
and that sunlight is converted to the energy, and this is stored in the AI batteries.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is how it works. And why we are choosing this project is because whereas we are in our area of Ballari,
Hmm.
we get more sunlight here, sir, throughout the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
So with this we can get more effect, we can generate more energy
Yeah.
using the sunlight, sir. So
Yeah.
we
Okay.
chosen this project, sir.
Understood. Understood. Okay. I think the diagram is good. I think last time that was missing probably. So I think that is good.
Yes, sir.
This is what makes it like very clear. Like if I look at it, I think
Yes,
I'll
sir.
understand exactly how things are working, and similarly others will look at it. No, this is good. I mean, I think this is a good addition to the project. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you for sharing. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I think this is great. And like I think this is the kind of feedback you take and you implement. I think we can only improve from here. Right. So
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
okay. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, sir.
So the next team. Next team who is to present. I think Vaishali, you can stop sharing the screen now. Yeah. Who is the next team? Was it Srishti Infotech? Was it who was it? Like facilitators, can you please help me here?
Sir, this is Ashwin, yes, sir, from QX.
Yes, Ashwin. Yes.
Yes, sir. We have left behind, I think, Srishti Infotech from Kundapura and one center.
Yeah.
And one more other center is CK Technology from Bangalore, sir.
Okay. Okay. I think there was one more also.
That was one more. Centers, can I know who was the other one center which is left behind, except apart from Srishti Infotech and CK Technology? Any others?
Sir, it's VVS.
Yeah.
It's a VBS, right? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Okay. These four. Okay. Fine. So one by one. So let's start with Srishti first. Are you ready?
Srishti Infotech, we are not hearing your voice. Sumant, we are unable to hear your voice. Can you please voice check? No, we are unable to hear your voice.
I think you have to unmute as well.
Guys, you please unmute yourself, no?
Okay, not sure. I'm not able to hear the voice. So maybe we can come back later. Let's move on to some other one. Maybe VVS, are you ready?
VBS, are you ready, guys?
Hello, sir.
VBS.
Yes, sir.
Please put on your videos on.
And who's going to present?
Asma, can you please coordinate with your VBS students? Let them put their videos on, please.
Yes, sir. We are present, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
can you
present.
switch on your
Now,
video?
who is presenting it?
Sir, my name is Sharda, sir.
Yes.
Sister Infotech, I request you to wait. Let VBS finish first. I request students to please present. I am unable to see VBS video, please. What is it? Who is presenting? Could you please introduce yourself?
Good evening, sir. My name is Sharda. I am completed BSc in computer science. I am doing web development course in a VBS computer, Shapur.
Okay.
Sir, we are
Hmm.
due to presentation on agro products.
Okay. So are you sharing some screen or are you just going to talk about it?
No, sir. Screen share ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, sir, ma'am.
Okay, then talk about it. What is the project about? Okay, I can see something is being shared.
Yes, sir. Agro Products Shop is a shopping application developed for a user-friendly purpose for the farmer. This is application includes agro products like fertilizers, agriculture equipments, seeds, pesticides, and other categories which are useful for the farmers. In their farming, agro product is the online application that can effectively provide descriptions on the various cosmetic provided by the admin. The user farmer can do shopping on any categories provided by the admin. All the activities are managed by the admin and the users can start a shopping. He or she log in through their username and password on the application. This application is very beneficial for the farmers or users to know about new products and new changing happening in a farming field. This is users can know the information agriculture scheme taken by a government in the field. This is agriculture schemes are very helpful for the farmers. Some of the schemes are their crops, so all farmers can go through the website easily understand the schemes. So get it is benefits and can only be informations about scheme and its benefits. So next, purpose of the project. The main purpose of the project is to provide agro products where their users can shop the products for their farming. This is systems the systems allows the user to log in registrations into this application using the unique name or username or password. It works to fill gap between farmers and right kind of strategy informations, thus making a farmers ready for high efficiency technology enabled agriculture production and marketing. As there is a gradual growth in a technology, this is growth can also be included in agriculture. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So my first question is, what is the technology you have used here to build this? What application of what technology or what learning are you going to use this to build? How are you building this platform? So that's my first question. Second is if it is a web application where people can or an app where people can log in or whatever you mentioned there, and it is useful for the farmers, how many farmers do you think are actually internet or digital savvy who can actually do this?
Web technologies.
So what's the real-time use case of this? So how many of them will actually be able to use apps? Like, if you think of the remote areas and the farmers, how many of them are actually able to use such things and go ahead for the next steps, right? So which also means, like, while you're developing something, how user friendly it is. How are you making the real time impact on the on the people and the business? That's not coming out clear. So this project is half baked. This requires a lot of more effort. You need to be identifying firstly, what is it that, like, what is the technology you're building in, and just building an app is not good enough. So if you are building a web or an app, then, like, what is it that you're going to use to build? That's one part of it. Second is, like, there are multiple such thousands of apps. How is this different? And most importantly, you are trying to, like, build a technology where, like, you would expect the farmers to get the information. The logic is fine, but what about the practical reality? How many of the farmers will how many of them even know what digital is, right? So which also means, like, if you build something, how will you coach them? How will you teach them? How will you spread the message across? Like, what is your training plan? I think all these things needs to be a part of the project. Only then you can say, like, I have developed this is for this, and this is how we are going to spread the message, and this is how we are going to coach and teach the farmers, because I don't think farmers are going to be able to use this at all. So that's my feedback, and I think as a team, all of you should work on this and then come back to me later.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
The next team is Shishti Infotech. I think you can now talk about it.
Yes, sir. Are you audible, sir?
Yes, yes. And there are 3 presentations. So I think one presentation was done last time, and 2 are remaining, I think. So which are the ones?
No, sir. Last time they were unable to present because they had an lab exams.
Oh, okay. So all the 3 are remaining. Okay, fine.
Yeah, all the 3 are remaining, sir.
Fine. Okay, we'll do all the 3. Yeah. Okay, this is text to spam detection.
Sir,
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
good evening, sir. My name is Suman. Currently, I'm pursuing BCA at BJ College, Punapura. So, our teammates are Sudeep and Vanita. So, today we are presenting our project text to spam detection in any mail. So, we are introducing some features in spam detection and improving spam detection methods in mails and accounts. So these are our projects, sir. So project advisors are Ashwin Abdi, Prem Jyotiman, and
yeah, this is fine. So come to the point. Like, we don't have so much of time. So come to the point in 5 minutes. Finish the presentation. What is it about? What are you doing? And how do you want to, like, make an impact? 5 minutes, because we have a lot of presentations to make.
Okay. So nowadays, what happens? Social network is so improving day by day. So that's why the spam also is improving, and there is an improvement in social network, so that spam is also increasing. So we have to categorize that spam and what are the useful mails and what are the unnecessary mails. So we have to separate that, so it can help in using for data saving and some of the other benefits. So why we are doing this project is for filtering the spam from attackers and marketers. So this is helpful for people. So next, these are the advantages, like productivity will be increased in email management. So protecting our mail from phishing attacks. So our data will be saved when our necessary mails are loaded and the spams are not loaded. So we can easily report what are the blocks, what are the spams. We should report them by solving that spam. So next will explain by our teammate Vanita.
Good evening, sir. Here we can see the brief about system architecture. So if we study the background, then it will filter the email spam by the different platforms like Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, and also it will filter the email spam like like pre-processing, tokenization like that. And
Yeah.
also they use machine learning techniques. Here we can see that 10 steps like clustering, very classified neural network, Firefly or algorithm like that. So totally it will categorize the spam. So it is necessary or not. There also you can see the email collection, which means the steps involved in classifying the emails.
Yep.
Support system. So here we can see what are the hardware is required here. 4GB and higher RAM is required, and also Intel i3 and above processor is required. And also here necessary is Python 2.7 version and above. And also it is needed Python 15 language. And next was explained by Philip.
Sorry, Soumyajit sir, I came late. I'm
No
joining
problem.
late on the campus. Sir, what was the assignment you had given?
So these were the different applications of whatever we have studied. Right?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So
Yeah.
you are evaluating them franchisee wise?
Yes, I'm evaluating the franchise was also last
Wonderful,
class
sir.
plus this
Please
class
carry on.
combined. We are doing this. Yeah.
Well, wonderful, sir. I'm very sorry. I did not know the background. That's why. Carry on,
No,
sir.
no,
I will
no,
be
no
a part
problem.
of
No
this.
problem.
I will be a part of this session.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Carry
you.
on.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Who will, can you continue? Who
Go
will
ahead.
get the benefit of the spam detection? All the users like email, Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, others, and the social media like Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, and others like. And then, what is the outcome for what is the outcome of the spam detection? The result for a spam filter is some indication of whether or not a message is spam. The simplest result is a binary categorization, spam or a non-spam. This may be assessed upon in a various way by the users or by the system. And challenges are we face in to build a spam detection. Here are the methods and materials to build spam detection.
Yeah.
First, text mining, and second one is system architecture, and third one is proposed method of testing mining.
Right.
This is the study design for building the spam detection, and the statistical analysis for spam detection. So our intention is that we have to create the project like spam detection with a high accuracy. So probably there are many spam detections are there, but we are trying to improve that spam detection for higher accuracy. Like some of the files also going for spams in some of the accounts. So we are trying to improve that categorization of the mail, which is necessary, which is not necessary. So by machine learning and user interaction, so we can improve that spam detection for high level, so it can give us the high accuracy.
Yes, right. Thank you. No, I think this is great because you have put in the right application of machine learning and also the tools and the architecture which you showed. I think that is great because these things are important in this spam detection initiative, right? The system that you are going to build in. My one feedback would be, again, the spam detection is something which is not new, and there are other players in the market who are doing this as well, correct? So then, while this is a use case, and I'm sure, you would be able to kind of do this, but also think of if there is any way to improve, or you're talking about machine learning coming in to help with spam detection. So, which is machine learning is something very new age, right? So, how advanced in machine learning would you be using it? What are those fields, which is a differentiating factor from somebody else in the market? I think these are things you may want to think more to make your overall project much more robust. But I think overall, I think this is good. I think the thinking is correct. So thank you.
Sorry, who is your faculty for machine learning students? Who is your faculty? Who is your faculty who is teaching you machine learning? Soumyajit sir has told that you have done a wonderful job in machine learning. Who is the faculty? Who is the L2? Oh, wonderful. Good job done, Prem Jyoti. Carry on. Carry on.
Okay. Fine. The next group. Srishti Infotech, the next presentation.
Next presentation, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Are you audible?
Yep.
I am Aradhya from 15 Infotech, Kolkata.
Mm-hmm.
Just a minute, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, visible.
Sir,
Go
can
ahead.
you see
Yeah, I can see. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I am Aradhya from 15 Infotech. So we are doing the project on chatbot on a query using artificial intelligence and machine learning. My teammates are Rahul Devadiga and Sachin. So a chatbot is an artificial intelligence.
I think your voice is breaking. Can't hear.
I think we cannot hear you. Come near the mic, please.
Srishti Infotech, I think so there was some internet connectivity is low, I believe. So there, it's live, I think so.
Now it's better. Yeah.
Guys,
Are you audible, sir?
Yes. Go ahead. Continue.
Sorry, sir.
No problem. So your project is about chatbot. I understand that. So talk, I mean, in the interest of time, talk about what technology you are using, why are you doing this thing, how are you doing this thing, so that it's an interaction. So go ahead and don't spend too much of time on the introduction.
So while you are doing project, so when I gone through the QNX website, there is no chatbot I have seen. So we are making the chatbot specifically intelligence and machine learning in that. So we are using a natural language processing. The operational benefit, whatever actually when we use chatbot, we can use the service of 24/7 and reduce stress for consumer brand or when it comes to a brand, it will improve. So system architecture. So here we're taking one is intent classification, another is the entity recognition. For example, if you are a consumer or a user asks about what are the course offered in center or what Python course offered, the course of what Python course will be stored in the intent and what are the entities like what user wants, that will be stored in entity. So the context and responses. The context response is previously given and context what is user given. It will coordinate and generate a response and candidate and it will use the response select. At that time we are using AI, so it will select from that which one is the best and it gives response to the user.
Okay.
The further slide will be explained by my teammate.
Yeah, so I understand the system architecture. Now go ahead, what is the use case and how you are doing this? How are you designing this? What are the different steps?
Actually, okay, with methods we did NLP and machine learning. What we have to do is we have to take the user input from the user, match it and give the output. So whatever the user input, it has to be stored somewhere. Not what are the input user will give, like what will be the output? It has to be stored in a data set. Like if I ask what are the courses available, it must show what are the courses available to the user. That those methods we have to use this. Like study design, we have two designs, like input design and the output design. Under input design, we have to take input, like it should be well designed, because the user can give any number of inputs, like any query can give. For that, for every input, we must be ready with an output. In output design, we have nothing much, like we have to match the pattern. If user whatever the user gives, we have to take it and we just have to display the data. Like we have simple study design here. The blue color will show, it will be the chatbot will be displayed.
Yeah. Do you have any business impact? Any slides on business impact? Like, how this is going to benefit? I mean, study design and statistical analysis is fine. Like, I have seen the presentation earlier. That is okay. But is there anything to do with, like, how this will help and what is going to be the business impact? What are you expecting out of it?
What Soumyajit sir is asking you, how will you convert into revenues? Please understand, it's all good. Technical analysis, very good. You all have done a good slide presentation. How it will convert into a business model and what is the revenue plan of yours? Have you worked on that? Because everything should end up with an output of money. You have to understand that is business. So have you worked on that? That is his question. Please answer his question.
Yeah, I think this slide is a starting point, the cost savings and what will be the outcome, etc. But you will have to work on, like, the exactly what sir mentioned and I also mentioned in the last class as well. Like, what's the business like an output, and it can be a work in progress. That's fine. We can always, like, have a conversation about it later, because you have started this presentation and you will work on this project. I'll be very keen to see how you are implementing this, or how Kionix is actually implementing this, like, the chatbot on their site. Because once that is actually done, you'll be able to see, like, how the impact is. So for example, if you're saying cost savings, or if you're saying, like, better analysis of customer data, how are you doing that? Like, when somebody comes and uses a chatbot, what are the benefits of it? Correct. I think those measurable things you would need to include as a part of your project. I think that's
think L2 for AI is Kundapura. Who is the L2 of AI? Huh? Ashwin, guide them on the business model. Ashwin, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
Ashwin, guide them on a business model, what Soumyajit sir is telling, and try to, because the chatbot, the technical part is fine, but if we have to make it a workable model on a business analysis, and if you want to give a presentation to Kionix and we have to fund money for this, we will be very happy to fund money on this chatbot, but you guide them on the business proposal, get it vetted by Soumyajit sir, and then put it up to MD. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We'll do the same.
Yeah, thank you. Otherwise, I think like, good job done in terms of the application part of it. Like, whatever you studied, the ML, the AI, etc., NLP, I think the application and the project is very correct, right? So just let's work on the larger plan. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we have one more from Sishti. Yes.
Yes, sir. There is one more project.
Yeah.
Soumyajit sir, we are only taking Srishti Infotech, or there are other franchises?
No. Other franchises also. Like, every franchise, some franchises have
what
done
is happening is, whenever I see a presentation, I see Srishti Infotech. What about the other 11 franchises? I hope they are also doing something.
They are already done, and after Srishti Infotech, only one of them is remaining.
Okay, wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Carry on, sir. Carry
on. Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. And make it fast so that the other team, last team, has some time, because we are already short of time today. Yeah.
Sure, sir. I'm Sriram Kamal from Srishti Infotech, and these are my teammates, Gautam and Shivani sir. So we are mainly concentrating on building a driver drowsiness detection system based on eye-based recognition pattern using the machine learning. Our main goal will be like utilizing the machine learning and building a driver drowsiness system. So our main cause for building this is we are concentrating on the truck drivers who are like driving for long hours and they cannot get good sleep, and more of the accidents are caused due to these reasons. And like this will be beneficial for not only the truck drivers and also for the taxi drivers or car drivers who are taking a tour for 3-4 days, and like they're getting the less sleep, and they're also putting the passengers in risk. So we are mainly concentrating on taxi and truck drivers, and we are also concentrating on the companies which are dealing with taxi and truck services, so that if they adopt our system, it will be beneficial for them to like reduce the cost on which when any driver causes an accident or something, the cost should be paid by the company which has hired the driver. So it will be beneficial for that company, like taxi company or truck service company,
Yep.
which is providing the good service. So we are mainly concentrating on those things. So our system will be like recording an image, and it will take input as from the camera
Yeah.
in a truck or a car. And
Right. Yeah, this is a good architecture. Yes, this is very clear. Move on to the next.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, move on to the next. This is all technical, which is great. Who will benefit? Yes. Long.
As I mentioned, these are the benefits. So, what will be the outcome? So,
Okay.
it will not only help the truck drivers and car
Yeah, you've
drivers.
already spoken about it. You've already spoken about it. So let's not repeat the same things again. Like, let's come to again, the same thing. Do you have any business impact? Or is there any model that you propose? This is the design. And again, this part is very well done. The analysis part of it and the timeline, etc. So again, the same feedback. I think if this is something which you would want to propose and build, then there are others also who are doing this. So how are you differentiating yourself with this project from the rest in the market? I think the first question I would ask is that, right? So think about it. Second is if this has to be a business case, then how would you typically ensure you're putting it across, saying that because of this work, all the benefits that you listed, right? The safety, the technology helping to save lives, etc. How this can become a model which probably all these car companies may actually buy it from you in the future. You never know, right? But then in order to do that, you have to really build a good business model along with the technical model which you have built. I think the technical model that you built is really strong, which is good. Right application. So I'm happy that you have put in the right application of whatever you're learning into practical application, but then the business things has to be developed. So work on that is what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And I think we have the last one. So which one was that? Ashwin, which one was that?
So CK Technology, sir, Chandrakant Technology.
Yes, yes.
I request Chandrakant Technology student to be present. Could you please switch
Yeah,
on your
my
videos?
favorite franchisee, Ashwin. I want to really see Chandrakant. Tell him I'm joining from the campus. He's so big a man. I'm anxiously waiting for his presentation. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I request Chandrakant Technology students, guys. CK Technology, you're there? We are asking for a presentation to be presented by you. Anyone who is attending online, please respond to that.
Yes, sir, we will present, sir.
I think CK Technology presented last time. This is the traffic monitor, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you presented last time?
Yes. They have presented last time.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a very good.
They have presented
I'm
last
very happy
time.
to hear that CKT has presented. Very good. Okay.
Yes. And they did quite well. I think
quite well.
again, my feedback to them was see this traffic monitoring is again something which is very important. But how are you differentiating from the rest who are also thinking on these common topics, right? So one thing I would like to tell all of you is see, these technologies remain the same. Everybody is studying technology. You need to be understanding how by application you are differentiating from your competitor. Or how are you thinking differently from person X? Because then, the real substance comes out. Technology will be the same, but how are you applying it differently will be important. So I think this is something as a common feedback which most of the groups we have discussed. And today I also saw somebody has, I think the Vaishali Computers, they had taken the feedback and improved upon it from the last time itself. So which is great to see, right? And sir, I'm telling this for you because you were not there in the last class. So Vaishali has really done a wonderful job by taking the feedback and incorporating it as well, right? So I think that's important. So keep in mind, two most important things is how are you differentiating it from your competition? How are you making it different? How are you applying the technology differently? And what is going to be the business case? Like, how are you typically building the business model? I think
means
that's
for
important.
my sake, Soumyajit sir, for my sake, if these people divide the presentation, correct me, what little I have heard from you, if they divide their presentation on technical feasibility, on marketing feasibility, on the viability feasibility and the business model feasibility, then they'll be doing a fairly good job. What do you say?
Absolutely, absolutely. And in the last class, I told them something very similar. So if you ask all the franchises and the students, this was a common feedback for all of them. Like, how do you divide it? What are the 4 pillars or 5 pillars? Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think Soumyajit sir, do you want to give a session on project feasibility to them?
Yeah,
maybe as a 5-point criteria, if you can take up, that will give them a wonderful, I think, an idea. If we take it up into marketing feasibility, technical, as we do in the campus, 5 feasibility analysis, 5 pillars. So if you can take a session, maybe an hour and a half on the 5-pillar model, then I think they will be very clear. They'll be able to prepare their presentation. 20 slides will tell everything, right from technical to managerial to marketing to business plan promotion and their the take home, that is ROI. If they can give that I think that will take care of the complete business plan. What do you say, sir?
Yes, we'll do that.
So I think you can spend 1.5 hours on that on a project feasibility class.
Yes,
this I am requesting you, if you have the time, kindly do it, because that will help the students to understand the presentation in a much better perspective. Otherwise they are doing a wonderful job, but this 5 things will be a watertight compartment for them. What do you say, sir?
Yes, we'll do that.
Right, sir. Right. Carry on, sir. Carry on.
Yeah. Fine. No, I think for today, I think we are good because we just have 5 minutes left.
Okay.
If there is any questions or anything that you may ask me. Yeah.
Hello, sir. This is Afreen.
Yes, Afreen.
Yeah, SSC Haveri has one more synopsis to present, sir. Can you please present it now?
Yeah, sure. We have 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. We'll share the screen.
And make it fast, otherwise we'll lose out on the time.
Sure, sir, sure.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
I'm audible.
Yes.
This is what our project, sir. We have selected the project that is the heart and respiratory rate system monitoring using ML, sir.
Carry on.
Carry on. We can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Just a minute, sir. Screen is not changing.
Okay, I mean, you can keep saying. I mean, even if the screen doesn't change, that's fine. You talk about the overall thing. That's okay.
Yes, sir.
Please understand what Soumyajit sir wants to know. You will be also giving a technical presentation. It seems you people have done a good job. He would like to understand the business part of it and how you will market it. Just stick to that.
Sir,
correct, Soumyajit sir?
Yeah. And it's okay. The screen is not moving. You can talk. I mean, I can listen.
You can talk.
Sorry for that, sir.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, why we have selected this project means, sir, like in the smartwatches, we can transmission the technique in the smartwatches, we can contact the reflection method, sir, where our proposed system will be using contactless reflection technique, sir. We intended to flow fast Fourier transmission and the principal component analysis and the reason-based convolution neural network algorithms for the measurement of heart and respiratory systems, sir.
Yeah.
In the proposed system, we are following with the record what the flow of our project means, sir.
And are you building a device for this?
Yes, sir. We are just recording from the camera, sir.
Okay.
Recording from the camera and extracting the frames and videos, sir.
Okay.
Using the video recording function, perform the image processing operations and
Yeah.
remove the unwanted pixels in the image, sir.
Okay.
Detecting the
And where are you getting the output? Like, is it a device or is it, where are you seeing the output? Like after doing the image processing and extracting, etc., one would be wanting to seeing the output, the end result somewhere, right? So where are
sir,
you?
we have digital monitors, sir.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Sir. Extracting the ROS using the bounded box, sir. And generate the RGB signals from the ROIs pixels using the regression techniques, sir.
Yes, understood. Understood. You're seeing the output in the digital monitor, correct?
Sir.
What happens after that?
After that, we are performing. What's it?
You're seeing the output in the digital monitor.
Sir.
Then what? What do you do with that?
We are using SR technique to select the basics signals, sir.
Yeah, these are all technical things you're telling me. You tell me, like, how we are using this, who will benefit? Like, if I see the output, that is the end result, what will I do with that? What knowledge can I gain? What can I monitor? And like, how is that helpful?
No, Soumyajit sir, I think they have not worked on the market factor and the business factor part. So they have worked on the technical.
Yes, sir. We have done with. Yes, sir. We have done with technical part and how to record that, sir. And algorithms related to collect the biological information, sir.
Okay.
Because we are technical students, sir. Biological part means we have to concentrate more on that biological parts, sir. So, sir.
No, students, please understand one thing. Whether you are technical students or any type of student, but at the end result, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can, sir.
Yeah. So please understand one thing. What Soumyajit sir is trying to tell you is, whether you are technical students or whether you are marketing students, ultimately the product has to be marketed and you have to have a competitive edge. Why should we buy your product? As a technical student, you should be all the more equipped to explain that why should we buy your product. Correct me, Soumyajit sir, if my thinking is right.
Yeah, correct.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So whether you're a technical student or non-technical student, ultimately the proof of the pudding is in eating, which is marketing your product. So please keep that in mind whenever you're doing a project. The marketing feasibility is a must. If you are doing any technical thing, I can show you amazing technical prowess, but if it is not marketable, if it is not getting you revenue, what is the use of it? Think through about this.
Contactless, sir.
Tell me. I'm hearing. Tell me.
It is contactless with the person, sir.
So okay. So what he's asking you is that how you are different than others. What is the competitive feasibility? Think it over. Don't get upset. You have done a wonderful presentation on a technical aspect, and all the experts feel that you people are improving very well. I'm getting the feedback. I'm very happy. But think about the marketing feasibility also. Who is your L2? Who is your L2?
Afreen, sir.
Afreen, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Afreen, just help them, as I told Ashwin, just help them on the marketing feasibility angle also. Okay? When you are teaching, when you are bringing in your training, just bring them that. That is what I think all the experts are feeling, that they have technically they have equipped themselves, but marketing angle and the business angle also has to be put in. Yes, over to you, Soumyajit sir. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you. No, I think this is fine, and I think we are on time today, right?
Yeah.
So we have a session again tomorrow.
Contactless diagnosis, sir. So we can do more over that, sir.
Yes, we'll hear more from you later. I would like to kind of hear more how you are kind of improving upon it. How are you marketing it? How are people adopting it? All those things, right? So let's talk more about it. Let's build it out even better. I think as like sir mentioned and I also mentioned, I think the technical part is correct. So let's think of like how we can improve it and sell it as a product maybe, right? So that's important. Okay, all right then. Thank you all. We'll see all of you in the next class. I think thank you for the presentations. I think all of you have presented. This is wonderful. This is good to see the kind of interaction we have started to do, and I think we can only improve from here more and more.
No, I'm very happy, Soumyajit sir. All the experts are telling on the same lines.
Yeah.
That people are improving great. Their presentation style has improved.
Yeah.
And I will really like to compliment all the L2 and the L3 for this, who have really worked very hard with them. So it would not have happened otherwise. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Personally, we are very happy with the progress of the students. And thanks to the experts who are really taking the time out and making them, presentable and professional. So thanks a lot, Soumyajit sir.
Thank you.
For,
thank you.
your support and this. That's great. That's great. Great.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. Thank you.
Wonderful.
All right.
Thank
okay.
you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
See you. Bye.
Thank you so much. See you. Have a good evening.